Howdy, 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 back at it again. Today's video going to cover Sagat, Knockdowns, and Oki. If you like the type of content, if you want to see more of it in the future, leave a like in the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow it in year 3, and I'd really appreciate the support. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So I want to start by talking about like the light finisher, and I think the big thing here is going to be light Tiger Knee. So we're plus 36. Okay, we have a couple auto-timed things. I don't think any of them are particularly strong. So I think kind of the canned thing is this heavy Tiger Knee, plus 2 on block in throw range. And if they attack immediately, you are still able to shimmy them, right? So it's a decent setup, obviously fairly susceptible to perfect parry though, so you have to be careful about that. Other thing, you can do medium fireball. Very good on block, right? Like this plus 24, so like we can do drive rush and like this is all block string, right? Like they can't avoid this. I'm trying to cancel in fireball, but I'm going the wrong way. There we go. So they can't avoid that, right? So we end up drive positive for that, and that's like a really, really cool thing, right? And on hit, we actually, again, we get this full combo, right? We complete that launcher from there. So why do I not think that's that good? Well, for one, if they recover in place, you're -8, really close to them. And of course, the other thing is, they can force this fireball to whiff by waking up with a crouch normal. So I can set the bot's crouch. Let me explain this really quickly. So even if they're like holding down back, they will still get hit by this because there are a couple frames when you wake up, or at least one, when you wake up in Street Fighter where you have a standing hurt box, even if you're holding down back, right? Now, it doesn't prevent you from blocking lows or anything like that, but it's the same idea about why you're susceptible to like instant overheads, right? So there's like one frame where you're standing even if you're crouching, but you can force the crouching hurt box to come out by just doing a crouching normal. Now, Sagat's plus here, but he's probably not reacting. And then if I do like drive rush into crouch heavy punch, there's a big gap there. I can get interrupted. So it's one of those things where if he wakes up with like crouch jab, crouch medium kick, he'll catch me doing drive rush after I throw the fireball, which is why I'm not a huge fan of it. Stuff that I like instead is doing forward dash, light fireball, right? Forward dash, crouch heavy punch, light fireball. Now this is -7, right? This is negative. But it sets up a bit of a spacing trap. We're really far away, so maybe they won't take the bait. But at the very least, right, we're pushing them towards the corner. And again, we can get a launch if they do whiff a button. It's actually so far away that like Ken's sweep won't even hit here, which is why I say maybe they won't bite. Because you can just let this whiff. But it is a pretty significant distance, and again, it's free Oki, and it does almost a full bar of drive gauge damage to them. If we're looking for frame trap / mix-up type stuff, we're going to want to do drive rush. You can do drive rush into a manually timed throw. You just wait till you're right up in their face, then you hit throw. You can wait much longer than you think. You can obviously time this to be buttons. Woohoo. And if they attack immediately, as long as you hold back early enough, this is on block reversal, not wake up reversal. Whoops. I need to land this. As long as you hold back early enough, there I was a little bit late, you can still get the shimmy. So it's not that big of a deal. You just go, okay, boom, 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 and we get the shimmy. Okay. And let me just show again that I can time this to beat wake up buttons. Okay. Other than throw, we can also do drive rush into button. I like stand medium punch. Again, you just delay this quite a bit. It's always at least +6 on block, which means doing another one is guaranteed, right? Medium punch, that's a block string after drive rush here, which is good because we can get some guaranteed chip, boom, boom, then like crouch jab, light fireball, right? Sure, we're negative, but again, we're kind of setting up this idea of a spacing trap. If the stand medium punch hits, if they wake up with a button, for example, we are +15 at maximum and at least +10. So you can do stand heavy kick, and the first hit of stand heavy kick will combo into heavy Tiger Jinrai, and then we get the launch, and we can get corner carry, big damage, all that from there. So that's kind of what I think is going to end up being good. It's just drive rush throw, drive rush stand medium punch. drive rush throw, drive rush stand medium punch. You can also do drive rush stand medium kick just so that they can't get predictable with their parry direction, right? If they're trying to perfect parry you, it's like, okay, that's a down back parry, that's a back parry, and you can sort of mix those two things together. Let's look at what you're going to do if you land this heavy launcher. So there's a couple things that are kind of expected follow-ups. First is going to be this drive rush back heavy punch into heavy DP, if I can do a DP. There we go, charge the DP. And we get the can follow-up with the wall bounce, does a ton of corner carry. It's kind of his max damage meterless option. And at plus 23, and with the wall bounce, this is going to be the same Oki everywhere, every time you land it. You cannot do drive rush into throw to beat buttons. So really all you're going to get is like a drive rush stand medium punch into the same conversion that I just showed off. Now, you can throw like a heavy fireball here that hits them, plus 11 on hit. Again, they can avoid this like that. I mean, you can do like an EX too. Boom, but that's spending 2 bars for not a whole lot of reward. Or you can do light, and they can't avoid that at all. But again, it's not a ton of frame advantage, and it doesn't really let you throw up like fireball traps. So he doesn't get a ton off this Oki situation. I would honestly say this is probably like the best thing he can do, and then just try to force strike throw from there, because he does get a tick throw situation. So like if he tries to mash, I can do walk up and grab him. I'm just really bad right now, so I'm not. But you can get a throw here. There we go, finally. So you can do that. You just have to delay the medium punch a little bit more. There you go, so you're a little bit closer. And then you can get the grab off a lot more easily. And then at the same time, they don't really want to mash because, you know, they can eat some big damage for doing so. So it's just one of those things where he doesn't have a ton of answers to stuff, but it's still a good situation that you want to be able to take advantage of. The other thing that I think you should probably be doing most of the time if you land this heavy launcher is going to be drive rush, crouch, medium punch, heavy punch, and then canceling this into medium tiger knee, because plus 42, ding, 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 ding. This is, in fact, a safe jump. Excellent. Right? Big damage, right? So this does work on back recovery or recover in place. It looks like it's going to cross him up. It doesn't. You could maybe get tricky here by doing like slight walk forward into jump light kick and things like that. Like that was a cross up. That wasn't a cross up apparently. So you can do some pretty tricky stuff here. Obviously, once I do the walk forward, no longer a safe jump, but you can maybe get some pretty tricky left-right stuff. That's assuming that they don't parry, of course. Okay, so I think, you know, safe jump Oki is pretty self-explanatory. Let's look at kind of the thing that ties the whole character together, and that is the fact that he does, in fact, have a throw loop. So if I set him to mash jab, I can do drive rush into throw, and I can grab the jab. It's like a 4-frame window. You should never screw this up once you practice enough. Obviously, you can see I haven't practiced enough. Character just came out today. But he does have a throw loop, okay? It's not the best throw loop in the world, which to me is a good thing, makes the character more interesting. He cannot shimmy here. So I'm holding back immediately. I get grabbed. And if they do immediate attack, I can't even backdash because the drive rush isn't over. That's why I'm getting counter hit. If they do delay the throw a little bit, I can do backdash. And I can get a punish with like stand jab into like OD Tiger Knee into light DP, which isn't nothing. Like I could cancel that into level 3 and that's 40%. But this is a big risk because I'm minus 28 if he doesn't attack, right? So it's like, okay, how do I deal with delay attack? I think the main way he's going to deal with delay attack is just doing like delayed meaties, right? Just doing stuff like slight delay, stand medium punch, or, you know, walk up, stand heavy punch, or something like that, right? He's not going to really try to backdash shimmy, I don't think, because it's just really risky for him. That being said, drive rush after throw is still a good option for him. He can do stuff like crouch medium kick, which then lets you do the stand heavy kick into heavy launcher, and then boom, big ol' damage, and there's that plus 23 situation we just looked at. And then on block, this is also good because it's plus 4. So then if they mash a 4-framer, he can do stand medium punch, back heavy punch, and I think the conversion here that I was liking so far was heavy tiger knee, light DP, which again, very good damage. We can cancel that into level 3, it's over 50%. And then once you do that, it's like, okay, now they're holding down back. Now I can try to walk up throw off of my drive rush, crouch medium kick, right? So he doesn't have 0 options, right? It's just he has the throw loop, right? So they're like, oh, I don't want to push. I want to attack. Okay, well then they start attacking, and we can start taking advantage of that in some other ways. But shimmying is going to be kind of difficult. Okay, I know that was rushed. It's day 1, right? So obviously I'm sure there's stuff that I missed. If there is stuff that I missed, leave a comment about it. I'd love to know. Otherwise, hopefully this is helpful. And as always, have a good time.